So David, welcome. Perhaps you could tell us a bit about Imperial Helium and what your ambitions are in this engaging helium business.
Imperial Helium has taken a different route to identification and monetization of helium. Like everyone else, we're targeting opportunities which create significant return for our investors. But our approach is different in that we're looking for helium where it's already been found. And we're doing that so we can focus on appraisal of it instead of exploration. To do this, we've leveraged heavily on our established knowledge and experience in the Western Canadian Sedimentary Basin, and by establishing a clear path to monetization. This approach has the advantage of increasing the efficiency of the available capital that we have and reducing the risk normally associated with junior stage resource companies. In terms of looking where helium has already been found, in Canada, the resources belong to the Crown. And in the Western provinces, essentially all well data becomes public after about 1 year. So in Alberta and northeastern BC, there are about 650,000 wells. 190,000 of those have gas analyses, so it's a lot of data. We've culled that data and built a proprietary database. About 2,000 of the wells have helium concentrations in excess of 0.5%. So we really know where the helium is, or we're beginning to understand its distribution. We went out looking for these and we came across the Steveville Structure. And it's a significant structure. It's about 95 square miles in area, and we've captured the land over top of it. Now, it also has a great history to it. So the Steveville Structure was being drilled by the Standard Oil of British Columbia back in late 1939 in the backdrop of World War II, and it had just begun. They were down about 1,700 meters and 2,700 psi pressure when there was a mechanical failure on the surface, and they lost control of the well. I mean, we're talking a classic blowout. The string comes out of the hole, the derrick's smashed over, chunks of rock are flying off the wreckage, sparks are flying, and everyone's terrified. But it doesn't burn. It flows at about 50 million cubic feet a day for over 100 days without decline or without significant water. So we have dry gas screaming out of the ground for 100 days, and you can hear it 9 miles in every direction. When they finished and completed the well and drilling the depth, they did tests, and they came up with 0.63% helium, and the rest was dominantly nitrogen. So we've estimated the Steveville contains about 1.1 BCF of helium. And what we've done is we've secured the land and we've started a 2-well program to appraise what was a discovery in 1940. That's really the strategy that we've taken going forward. So the result is that throughout the summer, we're going to be drilling wells, and we'll be testing the wells. And so we'll come around towards a third party or an independent resource assessment in the 4th quarter of this year. With respect to monetization, we looked for a clear path to get that established. So what we did was we formed a strategic alliance with Onto Solutions, which is a fabricator of helium separating equipment, and Uniper Canada for gas offtake. So with Onto Solutions, we're building a prototype plant this summer so we can begin to optimize the separation of helium. So this is an inside of a warehouse to build this. And Evonik will be one of the suppliers. We're looking forward essentially to beginning initial offtake discussions with Uniper as well. Because of the nature of helium, what we're really able to do, it is essentially a high value, low volume commodity. So what we're able to do is utilize internal expertise to capture a larger portion of the value chain and expedite monetization of the resource for our shareholders.